had a dream so big it made him feel all giddy. He loved UFC, the fights and the thrills, so he started a podcast to share all the chills. Oh, Dilly's on the mic with the final strike, talking UFC, NFTs all night. From the octagon to the blockchain, he's got the hype. Tune in, listen up, it's the final strike. Break down the fights, every punch and kick, analyze the moves, every trick and flick, comparing each fighter, their strengths and flaws. Diddley's insights will leave you in awe. Oh, Diddley's on the mic with the final strike, talking UFC, NFTs all night. From the octagon to the blockchain, he's got the hype. Tune in, listen up, it's the final strike. Break down the fights, every punch and kick, analyze the moves, every trick and flick, comparing each fighter, their strengths and flaws. Diddley's insights will leave you in awe. Oh, Diddley's on the mic with the final strike, talking UFC, NFTs all night. From the octagon to the blockchain, he's got the hype. Tune in, listen up, it's the final strike. NFTs and fighters, a digital blend. Diddley's got the scoop, he's always on trend. From rare collectibles to the latest bout, the Final Strike podcast, there's never a doubt. From afar they gather around for Diddley's insights, the best in town. With every episode his fame would grow. The Final Strike podcast, the ultimate show. Even when the market's tough and times are lean, Diddley's resilience shines, he's always keen. Through highs and lows he stands his ground. In the world of UFC he's renowned. Oh, Diddley's on the mic with the Final Strike, talking UFC, NFTs all night. From the octagon to the blockchain, he's got the hype. Tune in, listen up, it's the Final Strike.
What up, everybody? Happy Saturday. And looks like the general consensus is that the new song is a banger. So yesterday, I was at work, get a DM from Fubar. He's like, hey, bro, send me a GIF. I'm like, okay. So I sent him a GIF, and then he sends me this song on the GIF, bro, and it was insane. It was insane. But I have somebody with me live on the scene. I'm going to pop them on the screen right now for you guys. And while I do that, get your TFSPs in the chat. First giveaway is going to be that $50 gift card. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. First guy on the scene at 307 SLC, Head Kick City, my man, Chef Kurry. Chef Kurry, man.
Up?
What's up, my buddy? How you doing?
How you doing? I'm good, man. How you doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good, man. I've been seeing some of your pictures, bro. You guys been hanging out outside that Fighter Hotel, huh? You're there right now?
I'm there right now, hanging out with Heath Ledger from the chats.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, fighters are coming.
It looks like it's been pretty good vibes down there. Crowd's pretty nice. The weigh-ins were pretty sick. How you feeling? Fight night down there in SLC. First time down there, right?
Yeah, it's first time in Salt Lake. Can't wait. Excited for the card. Stacked from prelims to the main event, man. Like,
hell yeah, hell yeah.
First, like, soon as the first walkout, I'm in my seats, man. I'm ready to go.
Yeah. It's a 12 fight card, but they're all pretty good. They're all pretty good, and I'm really excited for it. Card shaped up to be pretty nice, and you guys are getting a lot of time with some fighters too, because it seems like everybody's kind of in a good mood too, right?
Yeah. Some of these guys over here getting autographs and stuff, saying some of the fighters are being a bit of an asshole to them, but I've had no problems, man. Every fighter I've had an interaction with are just like fucking cool, welcoming, no problems, photos. no autographs for me, but I just get pictures with the guys.
Hell yeah.
But
That's what's up, man.
You try to get an autograph with some of these fighters, they don't like it. They see you trying to flip it and try to make money off of them, so they're not appreciating that.
Trust me, I know Mr. Terrence McKinney. We had that conversation. Then he got head kicked. Hell. But yeah, man, you guys got anything going on? There's a meetup today, I'm guessing?
Yeah, outside they're doing the just fucking fighters, UFC, Open Door, Sanhagen, JG, Bilal, and Yair are outside.
Okay. Little meet and greet.
Yeah.
Sick. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Well, I will let you get into it, my man. I will let you get to it. Appreciate you hopping on because I don't want to keep you. Who we got? Heath Ledger? What up? What's up? Live. Keep the pictures coming. I
will, bro.
All right, man. You guys have a good time. Thank you guys for hopping on. Enjoy that card tonight. It's going to be lit.
Let's go, baby. Enjoy the fights, boys.
Take it easy. Thanks, Phil. Thanks for popping on. Sweet. Looks like they're going to have a good time tonight. Don't forget your TFSPs in the chat. Thanks, Chef Curry, for popping on. He's been on the show a few times. But let's get into a little strike before we start talking about that card because it's a nasty one. It is a nasty one. 307 Collection Challenge. So after 4 weeks of downtime, challenge pops back up. It's a pretty lengthy collection challenge. I think part of this was probably supposed to be a burn portion. But due to the burn tool still being down, if anybody hasn't checked, if you go to the burn tool, it's unable to load your moments. They haven't fixed the burn tool yet. So I think part of this was supposed to be a burn, but we ended up getting a whole full-blown collection challenge here. So we'll break it down in there's a few different steps. There's a couple different champ passes, a lot going on with it. I'll try and break it down as easy as possible. Don't forget to get your TFSPs in the chat and hit the thumbs up for your boy. But step 1 on this challenge is you will be required to collect these 8 moments. All these moments, you got 2 epics, a few rares, a fandom, another rare, and a couple commons, all fighters who are obviously fighting on the card tonight. There's a lot of strike moments involved here. There he is, Fubar. Fubar, you missed the debut of your song earlier, my man. Everybody loved it. Killed it. But so those 8, the biggest one here out of the whole set, I think out of all of these that you got to kind of get is that Kevin Holland. He's the lowest minted one, 263. A few of them were burned, 63 of them burned, so he's a 200 mint. But he's sitting at $81, pretty much the main bottleneck on the challenge. So those 8 right there. Then we have another set of 8. A couple randoms in here too. But yeah, Carla's epic, Poetan's fandom, Tyson Pedro's fandom, Paul Craig's fandom. So a few light heavyweights in there, a bunch of different light heavyweights. And then Raquel's uncommon at the bottom. So that's 16 total moments required for the challenge. Along with, you need to also make sure you have the Khalil Roundtree rare, which isn't that pricey, $8. So the Roundtree rare is a necessity no matter what. Then we get to the confusing part. This is where the champ passes come in. So you got 2 stacks of champs. If you have either Alex Pereira or Jose Aldo. You do not need to have them both. One of the following. So either or. You complete step 1. So if you have an Alex Pereira champ or a Jose Aldo champ, you automatically complete this section. You do not have to worry about this section at all. You only have to worry about step 2 and make sure you have the round tree in step 3. For Champ Pass number 2, the next step of champions or set of champions, one of each, one of the following. So either or, either Juliana or Carla. If you have either one of those ladies, you automatically complete step number 2. So this portion is complete for you. You will have to complete this portion and this one. So if you do have one of those 4 champs, you're looking at maybe 8 moments necessary for the completion. Or if you have one from each stack, you need to have just the round tree to get a completion. The reward for this challenge, and this challenge can also be completed only once for one reward. So this is a single complete. There's no dupes here, which is, I think, bad move. I would have liked to see us have because a lot of people that are completing challenges, most of them got their sets intact for the most part. So a lot of people just saw this challenge, and even with all 17 of these moments sitting here, we're like, all right, it's auto complete, done. I don't have to do nothing this week, right? I would have liked there to be a multi-complete just for the engagement factor to get people to do stuff on the platform versus, I could just sit back and relax. I have all these. I even have one of these and one of these. I would have had maybe 2 completions if there was multi-completions with my champs, but it's a weird, especially after 4 weeks of no action. It's a challenge that doesn't really stimulate a lot of action. So it's a little bit disappointing, but I think that was probably due to the burn factor, or because even down here it says burn tool to burn moments if requires. Like that was definitely put in after the fact, bro. That was definitely put in after the fact. Yeah, the burn tool's broken. Burn tool is broken. Let me go and show you. Go to UFC Strike.com. You go to the burn tool, it will not load your collection, it won't load any of your data. Nothing loads. Exactly. But like if you're not going to have the burn portion around, make it multi-complete or do something else to give people something to do, especially if we haven't done anything for the last month. You know what I'm saying? Would have preferred the multi-complete to myself, but that's partly because I'd get 2 without having to buy anything. Yes, same here, but I mean, it would have been nice for them to add just a little something. It's like, oh shit, the burn tool's not working, or they just realized it. They might have just realized it, and then they just, right before the challenge was going to come out, they're like, oh shit, we can't fix it. Let's just make a couple quick adjustments here. But yeah, that's where we're at. That's where we're at. What are the boys saying? At least they're rolling with the punches, right? Yeah. That's going to be another few months to migrate the burn system. Shit. I hope not. But with all that said, the reward is Roundtree's knockout of Anthony Lionheart Smith. It was maybe like towards the end of last year, I believe. It was pretty nasty, kind of weird sequence. He cracked him really hard, and then Lionheart started just stumbling and fell, and he was about to hit him with the follow-up shot and ended up not having to do it. So it was So it's a good reward for sure, but we'll see how that fight plays out tonight. See how excited people are to complete it if he ends up winning or losing. So we'll take a look. We'll take a look and see. But that's pretty much what's going on with Strike for now. I'm not going to get into the marketplace because we're going through the full fight card today. We'll probably do that next week or next fight night or something. I will say we do still have 3 outstanding rewards. So we have the Drickish Champ, which we are still waiting on. And just for everybody to be clear who owns a Drickish Champ, we did get confirmation that the Drickish Champ was included in the snapshot that they did October 1st for the quarter, the Q3 set rewards. So if you didn't know, now you know. The Q3 set rewards, the snapshot was October 1st. And Drickus Duplessis, even though he's not minted, he is included in that snapshot for those people that are getting champ packs and so on and so forth. So heads up on that. So the Drickus champ, we're still waiting on. We're waiting on Mr. Urseg after he got his clock cleaned by Kaikar France. And we're also waiting on Sean Brady. Those 2 are rares. And we'll add this Roundtree Epic to that bottom of the list after this challenge is complete on, was it Tuesday? Tuesday. Challenge ends Tuesday. So with that said, we're going right into the fight card after this. But before we do that, we're going to run this first $50 gift card. TFSP's in the chat. Trey is finally awake. Good morning. Real, good morning. What's up? What's up? What's up? Don't forget to get your TFSPs in the chat. Hit the thumbs up on the video. We are going to run this $50 gift card in 3, 2, 1. Good luck. Winner is $50 holla. Bada bing, bada boom. Mo Fresh. Congratulations, my boy. $50 UFC Store Gift Card. That's what's up, dog. That's what's up. That's what's up. Let's tee up the next one. This is the one everybody wants. That pay-per-view code 307 in the chat. 307 in the chat. It's for UFC 307 pay-per-view code. Get your 307s in the chat. Because 307 Head Kick City. It's going down. How many head kicks we got tonight, guys? How many head kicks we thinking? How many head kicks we thinking? Got to be at least a few, right? It ain't Salt Lake City unless there's a couple head kick KOs. Got woken up at 5 a.m. Needed a nap. Smart man. Smart man. Because that main event's probably going to start a little late. So get that rest in now while you can. 307's coming through. All right. Let's get right into Wonder Boy Head Kick. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Never know. Let's start down in the early prelims, guys. Early prelims. First fight of the night. Couple of veterans that have been around for a very long time. Court McGee versus Tim Means fighting at welterweight. Both men knocking that last few fights possibly on their careers date. Could be one of their last fights tonight in the octagon. But what you have here is your traditional grappler versus striker. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. I personally think that I think Court McGee's grappling and defensive striking will probably be better than Tim Means in the long run in this fight. Could go to decision. I have a strong feeling it goes to the decision. But I'm kind of liking Court McGee as the underdog, implementing a heavy grappling game in the fight. Yeah, it's pretty much decision is probably what's going to happen. Tim Means is pretty scrappy, but he doesn't do too well against grapplers. And Court McGee being a pretty good grappler, even though he's coming off a few losses himself. Morono, Brown, Wells. When he fights other grapplers, he does pretty good. But I'm favoring the dog in this first fight of the night. Might mess up some parlays, but I think I honestly think he's just going to go with the grapple heavy approach, wear out Means, and probably win by decision to start us off. Next one up, Carla Esparza, Cookie Monster versus Tisha Torres. Still going to call her Tisha Torres. Sounds better than Tisha Pennington. Real ones know before she was married what her name was. But it's an interesting one because pretty big layoff for Carla, right? She hasn't been in the octagon in a long time. She had a kid, first fight back, and it's also her last fight. She's already said it's the last fight that she's having. So it'll be interesting to see how well she does. And, forgot to mention, we are fighting in Salt Lake City at elevation, so there will definitely be some gas tanks checked today, most definitely, and it will play a factor into a lot of fights, I think. So, Carla, Tisha, I'm kind of leaning on Tisha. Just let me take a look. Carla's last fight was in 2022, 2 years ago against Zhang Wei Li, and she lost the belt. Zhang Wei Li subbed her 2 years ago. It was a while ago. And Tisha looked pretty solid earlier this year against Tabitha Ricci. It was a split decision loss, I believe. 2 split decision losses to Dern and Ricci. Pretty good competition. But she did have a 2-year layoff after that Dern fight. So the Ricci fight, I think, was a good barometer or bar for us to gauge her on. And I think, I honestly think Tisha is probably going to get it done, guys. Even if Carla does get her to the ground, I think she's going to be able to scramble back up to her feet. And she's definitely the better striker. You could see it in the stats here. 2.5 times the amount of volume. And like I said, she's really good scrambling. So I think Carla, if she does get her down, she's going to have a hard time keeping her down. Plus that layoff, plus elevation. I'm leaning on Tisha. I'm leaning on Tisha to get it done. Probably by decision. This is where it gets interesting, ladies and gentlemen. For the last fight of the early prelims, Ryan Spann versus Ovince St. Preux. This is going to be a very interesting fight. I mean, the odds are crazy. With Spann sitting as a minus 245 versus St. Preux plus 200, which is insane to me. Because if there's anything we know about Ryan Spann, is this man only's got about 3.5 minutes in his gas tank. If he does not knock the dude out within that first few minutes, it's always a possibility. It's always a possibility. But if he doesn't knock the guy out within those first few minutes, man, he ends up gassing out. And It's tough. It's tough. St. Preux, 41 years old, getting up there in age. But it's interesting because he beat Kennedy, and then he had a couple bad knockout losses, but he beat Kennedy. And I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be interesting one, dude, because Kennedy reminds me of Span a little bit in terms of gas tank. I think they're like both light heavyweights. They got a good one round in them. And after that, bro, and they're at elevation too. You got to remember that. You got to remember that. But with that said, maybe Span fixed it over the years. For me, pre-fight, I'm going to take Ryan Span. But if I was betting this fight, I would probably wait till the first round's over. I'll probably wait till the first round is over and then see where St. Prue's money's at and see how Span's looking, if he's gassing or not. Because if St. Prue's still around, hanging around in the second round, dude, or going into the second round, and Span's huffing and puffing, slam that shit. That's what I'm saying. Even if Span run the first round. So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. But some fun early prelims for sure. All three of these early prelim fighters I usually pick against. Yeah. It's interesting because they put people that there's a lot of guys that usually you know, are facing like somebody who's on the up and up besides the girls, but these two definitely have faced guys that are on the up and up. Span was trying to knock on the door. St. Preux was always facing people on the up and up and getting KO'd, so we were usually picking against them. I agree with that for sure. But now we're picking them. All right. Main prelims. Cesar Almeida versus Ihor Putieria. Pretty interesting fight here, man. Should be, hypothetically, if you look right here, takedown average for both guys is 0. So I would assume that this is going to be a stand-up fight. Almeida, if you don't know him, he's coming off the Contender Series, also holds a kickboxing victory over your current light heavyweight champion, Alex Pereira. So he definitely comes in with a stout kickboxing resume. A lot of people speak very highly of him, but he is starting his MMA career a little bit late at 36 years old. But he did say he's always been training jiu-jitsu his whole life in Brazil, along with kickboxing. So he has pretty decent acumen in the grappling space. We saw it tested on Contender Series a few times, but he's a pretty nice prospect that people are very curious to see. And it seems like the UFC has tossed him up a freebie, not necessarily a freebie, but a likable matchup for his style. And somebody who's going to want to stand and strike and just kind of be in that kickboxing range the entire fight in Mr. Putieria. So with that said, I got to favor the guy that's been kickboxing for 50, 60, 70 fights over his career. Putieria is definitely going to be throwing more volume, but Almeida will definitely be throwing the shots to try and put the fight or put Putieria out cold. And he has been put out cold a few times by Alberg, Bellato, and he did get subbed by Michel Pereira a couple months back. But I'm leaning on Cesar. To show us why they brought him in and give us a nice maybe head kick knockout. Maybe. These kickboxers, man. Quite a few kickboxers on the card. This could be that first head kick knockout of the day, possibly. I don't know if we'll get a head kick KO here. I doubt we'll get one here. Could happen, but doubtful. Ovens will be the one to throw the head kick knockout. But I think maybe we get our first SLC head kick knockout. Cesar Almeida. Maybe he gets a moment too. Who knows? Doubtful that there's a head kick knockout in this one. Next prelim is Austin Hubbard versus Alexander Hernandez. This is the tale of two gas tanks. Hernandez, very, very explosive dude. Usually, if he doesn't get the person out within the first round, he's gassing. Austin Hubbard is a guy who lives on his cardio and going the distance and being scrappy the whole 15 minutes of a fight and staying in there. So this is another one. It's right now straight up pretty much a pick 'em, plus 105 for Hubbard, minus 125 for Hernandez. But it's another one that I'm going to keep my eyes on. If I was going to be betting it, I'd be betting it live just to see Hernandez, man. Because like I said, he's notorious for gassing. The elevation, I'm telling you, it's going to play a factor. Some of these guys thinking they could go 100% or 150% in that first round. After a few minutes, they're like, oh, shit, you know? So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how his gas tank holds up. But I'm kind of liking Hubbard. I'm liking Hubbard to weather the storm early. He was pretty gritty on the Ultimate Fighter too. The kid didn't have any quit in him, dude. He went till the bell stopped. Pretty good grappler too. So I don't foresee him getting stuck anywhere. Hernandez is a pretty solid grappler wrestler, but they're pretty evenly matched. And I think Hubbard's gas tank will prevail and probably get him a decision win in this fight as the dog, slight dog over Hernandez. But like I said, I'd watch this one live for sure. Keep an eye on this dude's body language. Next one up. Marina Rodriguez versus Yasmin Lucindo. This is a big age disparity, 22 versus 37. Pretty big age gap. We all know the numbers on that. The younger fighters, younger by 10 plus years or whatever, win 73 or 72% of the time, whatever it is. Marina's definitely taller. Should have longer legs. Should utilize her kicks. I don't know if she's gonna, but that's what she should do. But Lucindo's pretty much good all around. I was reading something about these ladies, which is crazy. So we got a 37-year-old and a 22-year-old. 37-year-old has a 17-4-2 record. The 22-year-old has a 16-5 record, bro. So you can't even say like experience is a factor here because Lucindo has pretty much damn near one less fight than Rodriguez. And she's looked good. I think she's definitely better all around. Lucindo is. If she implements the takedown, which she does, I think she's not going to have any problem getting Marina down. And maybe a little subby. I'm liking the subby here, guys. I'm liking the subby. But I think Lucindo gets it done fairly easy and possibly by finish. That subby's plus 900. It's a juicy one. Because she definitely has the grappling upside in that fight. So I'm rolling with Lucindo. Main prelim of the night. Don't forget to get your 307s in the chat. Hit the thumbs up for me if you haven't already on the video. because we're starting to get into the heated action on this fight card. Starting to spice up. Wonder Boy versus Buckley, man. This is interesting. So we got a couple things to look at here. We got that 10-year age gap thing. Definitely could be a favorite. Definitely could be a favorite for the head kick finish. Most definitely. As we know, Wonder Boy loves to throw kicks left and right. It'll be interesting to see how Buckley hangs with those kicks. We know Buckley is explosive dude. He's probably going to try and wrestle, or at least try to do that to slow Wonder Boy down. How well he can do it, we'll see. I mean, Wonder Boy now 41 years old. Obviously, he's probably doesn't have as good as takedown defense as he did 3 to 5 years ago. But he's still a sniper, dude. He's still a sniper, and he makes people look silly. Because Holland didn't want to do anything. Holland didn't want to do any grappling with them, and ended up getting knocked out, right? And the grapplers he ended up losing to. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough because Buckley's pretty well rounded, but you don't really look at him as like big time wrestler, grappler. He gets KOs, you know. But I know he has it in his arsenal, but how good is it really? How good is his wrestling really? So this will be the test to see if he can get Wonder Boy down, keep him down, wear on him. Pre-fight, it's tough. It's tough, but you kind of got to lean on the younger buck, dude. You kind of got to lean on the younger buck. Even though I would love for Wonder Boy to get a nasty head kick knockout, not to say that it can't happen, but the odds makers are even liking Buck by points decision. Because, yeah, Wonder Boy doesn't really get finished too often. What was the last time he got finished? So he got subbed by Shavkat. And then, like, the Shavkat sub was his first time getting finished in, like, 4 or 5 years. So, pretty interesting stuff. And he beat Holland, so it'll be weird. It'll be interesting. Buckley better implement that wrestling. If he doesn't, it might be a long night for him. Watch Buckley head kick. That would be insane, dude. That would be absolutely insane. That would be insane. Dana White's head would fucking explode if that happened. Then who would Buckley call out after that, right? Well, main event time, ladies and gentlemen. 5-fight main event. Headlined by Chama. Big Chama. Don't forget to get your TFSPs in the chat. Got that pay-per-view code still up for grabs. First fight of the night on the main card. Caitlin Vieira versus Kayla Harrison. A lot of trash talk with the ladies this weekend, guys. All like Pereira Roundtree, all business, respect. All the ladies are yapping, dude. They're going nuts, talking a lot of shit, and I'm all for it, dude. Kayla Harrison is bringing some action to these press conferences just by her presence. So should be fun down the line if she gets this win. On paper, she's supposed to get the win, but Caitlin Vieira is no slouch. She's pretty decent. 14-3. Pretty solid grappling pedigree. So we'll see how much light years ahead of these girls that Kayla Harrison is, bro, sitting as a minus 1,150 favorite. Absolutely insane. Kayla's coming off the Holly Holm, which was her first fight in the UFC. Not bad. But Vieira, where's she been at? She didn't fight at all since last year, huh? She hasn't fought in a year. Might have been was she dealing with an injury or something? Could be, maybe. Could be, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. On paper, I mean, I'm going to roll with Harrison. I'm going to believe the hype. Everybody says it is what it is. She'll get her down. If she could hold her down, most roided chick. Oh shit. I seen this one, dude. Yeah, bro. I was dying when she said Brock Lesnar, bro. I was dying. Oh my god. Lesnar. Oh shit, dude. That's too funny. And then but yeah, I'm gonna roll with Brock Lesnar to get it done. Kayla Harrison probably gets her down at some point, maybe gets a ground and pound finish, elbows. She's got some nasty elbows that she likes to throw around. So keep an eye out for those elbows. KO for Kayla is plus 225. Subby is plus 300. All right. Next one up. Kevin Holland versus Roman Dolidze. Tough one right here. Tough one for our boy Holland. Tough one for our boy Holland, man. Obviously, we know Roman is a great grappler. He's probably going to try and implement that game plan to slow down Kevin Holland. It's a tough fight, dude. It's a tough fight. Tough fight for Holland. Tough fight for Holland. He is a crazy wild man, though. He is a crazy wild man. I ain't going to lie. Never count this dude out. If he looks like he's in trouble, he might cinch in choke, grab your leg, or grab your arm and break it off. It's interesting. It's very interesting. They got Roman as a plus 135 dog, which is insane to me, considering he's going to probably do a lot of grappling in this fight. And you guys got to remember, too, Roman is a 205er usually, or he fought most of his fights at 205, and now he came down to 185. So I think he's going to definitely have a significant advantage in the strength and power department, especially as it pertains to the grappling, man. And yeah, he just fought Anthony Smith at 205, bro. He's bouncing between 205 and 185. Yeah, so I mean, it's going to be a tough night in the office for Kevin Holland. Unless he finds a finish somewhere in like a crazy scramble or something, like a Hail Mary. He needs a Hail Mary, bro. He needs a Hail Mary, in my opinion. He needs a Hail Mary. Because he's dealing with a big, strong body dude that if he gets his hands on him, it's not going to be easy to get out of there. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough one for Holland. I think he's got to catch something like some kind of crazy. He needs a Hail Mary, bro. He needs a Hail Mary. What we got? I like both guys, but leaning on Roman here. I think Holland gets the finish. Never know though. He's not as bad as McKinney, but hard to trust either to show up every time. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. And I mean, the thing is, I just think there's going to be a big strength disparity here just because, dude, Roman's used to grappling guys that are 220, 230, bro, you know, when he's fighting at light heavyweight after the guys are rehydrated. So I don't know, man. I just think Holland needs a Hail Mary. If he doesn't get the Hail Mary, he's probably going to lose, whether it's by decision, maybe a submission, but he needs a Hail Mary to put this guy out. Roman could take a punch too. Roman can take a punch and he's got a chin. So it takes a lot to put this guy down. It's another reason why I'm leaning on Roman as well, especially as a plus dog. So plus 135, not a dog, plus 130. Yeah, he is a dog. My bad. Plus 135 dog. So Roman Dolidze. I'm rolling with Rome. Sorry, Kev. You're the man, though. Next up, Jose Aldo versus Mario Bautista. Pretty big fight for Bautista here. Taking on former champ and Hall of Famer on his second career resurgence, Jose Aldo. Aldo sitting as a slight dog at plus 120. Bautista is pretty good, well-rounded fighter. He likes to mix things up really well. The takedowns, the striking. If there's anybody in the divisions in UFC history that probably has some of the best takedown defense or is one of the hardest people to get to the mat in the history of the UFC, is this man Aldo. Dude's got like a career 93, 94% takedown defense, which is insane when you think about all the different people he's fought, the different grapplers he's fought. Yeah, Marab probably didn't even take him down as much, or I don't even remember that fight. It was a while ago. But he came back. He looked really good against Jonathan Martinez, who's another really good prospect, dude. Another really good prospect. People were really, really, had him highly regarded as one of the next contenders in the division, possibly coming up. And Aldo looked like he didn't miss a beat, dude. He looks rejuvenated. And I think Bautista hasn't really faced anybody nearly close to the level of competition or anybody even in the same breath as Jose Aldo. So it's a huge test for him. It's a huge spot for him on the main card. And I think all those lights, man, sometimes they shine too bright. And with Aldo, I think there's a lot more going for Aldo. And I think there's a lot more pressure on Bautista. And that strength of schedule, he hasn't fought anybody nearly as tough as Aldo. I think Aldo keeps on winning, dude. I think he keeps on winning and keeps the reign, keeps it going. Maybe he gets another crack at a belt down the line. Who knows? I don't know, maybe. But I'm rolling with Jose, bro. I'm rolling with Jose Aldo. I don't care if he's 38 years old, bro. He made Jonathan Martinez made him look like he was 25 years old. How about that? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Trey? You know what I'm saying? Aldo. Another dog, baby. Let's go. King of Rio. All right, guys. The co-main event of the evening. A lot of chatter. Here. Pena versus Pennington. It's going to be a tough one. A lot of bad blood in the mix. Pretty much evenly matched on paper. Slight height advantage for Pennington, but she has about a 1.5 reach disadvantage to Juliana. Everything else on paper looks almost practically identical except for the takedowns. Juliana looks to shoot more takedowns on average. Should be an interesting fight. It should be an interesting fight. I'm a little bit biased. I'm not going to lie. Juliana trains in Chicago, so I am rolling with Juliana. And she can definitely get it. Why are these all off? Damn. That's how they feel about this co-main event? But I'm going with Pena. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe Bilal rubbed off on her. She got that dog back in her that she had when she beat Amanda Nunes. She was cracking Nunes pretty good that fight, man. If everybody forgets. She was cracking Nunes pretty good in that fight. She's only really lost to Amanda. And they ran to me. In years. But yeah, that layoff tough. Tough layoff, dude. Tough layoff for the one thing I don't like is that layoff for Juliana, which could definitely play into Raquel's favor. But yeah, if she I don't know, man. It's tough. But I'm rolling with Chi-Town. I'm rolling with Pena. Pena Power. Venezuelan Vixen. Let's go. But it should be, I'm thinking decision. I'm thinking for sure decision. I doubt anybody gets knocked out in this fight. Doubtful anybody gets, maybe they get tired and somebody gets a late sloppy sub or something, 4th, 5th round. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but it'll be a scrap at least the first few rounds, and we'll see how their gas tanks hold up if it goes all 5 at elevation. And that's another thing. I'm pretty sure Pennington trains in Colorado, which is good. But Pena, I'm pretty sure Pena did not go out to Salt Lake City early to get acclimated. So I don't know, man, it's tough. She's making it hard for me to keep picking her, but I'm just going to Chi-Town. I'm going to roll with it. But will I be surprised if Pennington loses or Pennington wins and she starts gassing early? Nah. But I'm going to pick her. Hopefully she keeps that dog in her that won her the belt the first time. And then the main event of the evening. Don't forget to get your your 307s in the chat. We are going to run this gift. It's not a gift card. The gift card got ran already. Run this pay-per-view card right after we talk about this fight here. Do not forget. Pereira versus Roundtree. Man, oh man, oh man. This is the championship for people who have been fast-tracked to champion fights. Pereira, obviously, we all know what this dude's all about. Chama. Big Chama. Comes into the UFC. Knocks out Michelitis. Wins a decision against Silva. KO Strickland. Bang. Gets a championship belt. Bang, and he's in there. And then, I mean, the rest of it speaks for itself. Izzy, Jan, Jiri, Jamal, Jiri. Pretty nasty stuff. Pretty nasty stuff. Roundtree. This is a pretty interesting fight. Pretty interesting fight. Because Roundtree really hasn't fought anybody like top 10 ever. And he's got a 5-fight win streak right now, coming off 2 losses 3 years ago. He's coming off 2 KOs, a split decision win over a kickboxer. This is a good fight to take a look at, because this is the one that I kind of made my decision based off of. Dustin Jacoby is another Glory kickboxer, and he went split decision with Roundtree a couple years ago. And then obviously Chris Dawkins, who was on his way out of the UFC, is not in the UFC anymore. And then Anthony Smith, we all know about the 40-plus-year-old Lionheart Smith taking that fight on super short notice. But yeah, those fights got him the shot. Not to take anything against my man, even though he did tested positive for little substances a couple months ago. But I think the UFC just needed to fill the card, and whoever was available and said yes pretty much got the shot. It's tough. It's tough, especially because we're talking about a guy who doesn't shoot takedowns. Okay, does not shoot takedowns. Hasn't really shot takedowns his career. So that's not what got him here. So why is he going to start doing that now, right? In a kickboxing match, in a striking match, Alex has the height advantage. Alex has a 2.5 reach advantage. Just, man, on paper, everything is just tough. It's tough for Roundtree to be able to get this one. I'm definitely going to go with Chama. I'm definitely going with Chama. Roundtree, just kind of like Kevin Holland earlier, he's going to need a Hail Mary. He's going to need some kind of explosive Hail Mary to get this one done, because as soon as that bell rings, his leg is going to start getting chopped. And we'll see. We'll see what he does, bro. We'll see how he hangs. But on paper, like, you got more volume from Alex. You got more accuracy from Alex. I mean, what if there's been a few rumblings of people talking about Poatan by sub. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. But people are saying, like, the people who are analyzing the fight, they're saying that Alex probably has better grappling than Roundtree if it does go to the man. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting, guys. It's going to be interesting. Roundtree, like I said, he's going to need a Hail Mary, crazy KO to knock this dude out. But I'm going with Alex Pereira, dude. Chama knocks out Roundtree. First round, head kick maybe. And then he fights in December on the Vegas card again. Bang! I doubt that'll happen. But I think, dude, it's teed up for him, dude. It's teed up for him. On paper, everything's teed up for him to win this fight. So, yep. I'm going with Chama. Chama. And with that said, should be a fun fight card. Some fun fight card from top to bottom. It should be fun. I'm excited for it. And we just got this last giveaway to run, the 307. Get them in the chat. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Whoever wins this better still be hanging around here too. Because if you ain't hanging around, maybe I'll rerun it. Because we got 43 people in there. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And don't forget, poker starts in a couple hours. We got Strike Pick'ems, My Pick'ems. The boys at Beta, they posted it. They're doing Pick'ems in the Beta server. If anybody's in Top Shot Beta server, they got Pick'ems over there as well. Some pretty decent rewards. Last call for your 307s. Going once, going twice. Good luck, everybody. Pay-per-view code is going to Katarina Fox. Cashing out always. Is she still here? Let's see. She's still here. Or are we rerunning it? Are you still here? Are you still here? Live from Thailand. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm about to rerun it. Are you still here? Are you still here? Three, two. There's a fox. Can we rerun this for the people who can actually use it? Let's see. Let's see. Da 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 da. Fake news, 100%. Rigged. I'm here. I guess she wants it. US only. Let's see. Reroll. Everybody's saying reroll. Reroll, reroll, reroll. Reroll. We're re-rolling. 3. We'll figure something out. We'll figure something out. We'll figure something out. Bang. JT's living the dream. Cashed it in. Can you use it, or are we re-rolling? Every day. Congrats, JT. Hell yeah. Reroll for putting a nickname in. Who the fuck is that guy? All right. That is it. Appreciate everybody hanging out. We are gonna wrap it up. Don't forget, get your pick'ems in. My server, Strike server, poker, couple hours. And with that said, I am out. Peace.
Strike. Podcast stream, bringing UFC and NFTs to the mainstream. With every word, he lights up the night. The Final Strike podcast shining so bright. guy named Diddley had a dream so big it made him feel all giddy. He loved UFC, the fights and the thrills, so he started a podcast to share all the chills. Oh, Diddley's on the mic with the final strike, talking UFC, NFTs all night. From the octagon to the blockchain, he's got the hype. Tune in, listen up, it's the final strike. Fights, every punch and kick, analyze the moves, every trick and flick, comparing each fighter, their strengths and flaws. Diddley's insights would leave you in awe. Oh, Diddley's on the mic with the final strike, talking UFC, NFTs all night. From the octagon to the blockchain, he's got the hype. Tune in, listen up, it's the final strike.